Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So I'm putting together this reading on Monday. It's 6 o'clock at night. Just got done with dinner. Dave's got something that he's doing after work, and I'm not gonna have time to record tomorrow, as my son Jack and I are gonna go to see Boz Skaggs at the Mountain Winery in Saratoga on Tuesday night. So this is a video I'm recording on Monday. It's going to come out at midnight, so you'll be watching this on Wednesday. I will be asleep in my little bed, dreaming about Boz Skaggs and all the wonderful hits and memories from the show. My sister, our oldest sister, had certain groups that she liked. She liked Chicago. She liked the Doobie Brothers. And I swear to God, she wore the groove out of Silk Degrees. A great album. I'm grateful because this was some of the music that we were exposed to growing up before Dave and I, had our own radio or stereo. And so we kind of had this soft rock or this lighter rock exposure. And then we broadened it out to what we were listening to at the time, which could have been the Eagles or Queen, AC/DC, Foreigner. Those are kind of the groups that we listened to. What's known as classic rock now, right? Yeah, oldies. they weren't oldies at the time. So Dave and I sometimes struggle on what we want to read on. Sometimes it's because the topics that are out there are just distasteful and we don't want to read on them, or it's not a topic that lends itself well to an expanded reading. But Diana Skelsey had left a comment on Saturday that really made me go and here's the comment. She goes, thanks. She's commenting about the previous video. Thanks, for a pleasure as always that you keep us informed. We know that Felon 45 is guilty as hell. The people who can hold him responsible won't do it. Truth there, right? So who will? What's the straw that breaks the camel's back? Love and light. And I thought, you know what? That's a damn good question. And I've done readings that have done really well, that have kind of danced around this. But so for entertainment purposes only, and for Diana Skelsey's entertainment individually, let's take a look at this, the energy around this. The people that should be holding responsible, i.e. Congress or the judiciary, at least the Supreme Court, the lower courts have been trying to hold him accountable, and they just get either appealed to the Supreme Court who overrides them, or they get locked up because he now controls the Justice Department. So the people that should be holding responsible won't do it. So who will? What is the straw that breaks the camel's back? So here we go. Entertainment purposes only. All right. Let's see where the reading goes. It might not start with the straw that breaks the camel's back. It may give us a little background. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Who will? So who's gonna hold Trump accountable? Oops, upside down cards. Okay. Foundation of the reading is the Wheel of Fortune. It depends. It could be one of a number of groups. Like I mentioned, it could be House of Representatives or Congress. Let's call it Congress at large. Congress. It can be the judicial system. It could be the executive branch, I suppose. His cabinet finally decides that it's time to 25th Amendment him. Although I wouldn't put a lot of odds on that. It could also be the voters. It could also be his health. There's a bunch of things. It just hasn't been determined yet. What's the challenge? The challenge is the Queen of Pentacles. I think the challenge is that we're not quite there yet. And when I say we're not quite there yet, what I'm talking about is the reason why we're going through this, you're ripping the Band-Aid off fast, is because there are a lot of people out there that are drinking the MAGA Kool-Aid that think being cruel and nasty to people is the right way to do things. Punishing other people because you made poor choices. Punishing other people because life didn't go your way. Punishing other people because other people are telling you that those people should be punished. That Your misfortunes are their fault. And I think what this Queen of Pentacles is, you need to learn to take care of things around you and be caring and loving and accepting and nurturing. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of fear mongering, especially through corporate media, that is preventing us from doing this. And it's once we start caring about one another and caring, more about your own, don't care so much about just your problems. Don't be so myopic. Care about the people around you. And I know a lot of the people on this channel are already there. I'm not preaching to you folks. The people that need to know this, unfortunately, are not watching this. Okay? If you know what FAFO is, then you're probably already in the lap of the Queen of Pentacles. If you are figuring it out still, yeah, you're slowing the rest of us down. Energy underneath it on, who's going to hold him responsible? The Star. Ironically, this could be the democracy holds him responsible. This could be the vote. Frankly, I know there's some speculation about whether there'll be midterm elections and whether the midterm elections will be free and fair elections. We can debate that, but right now it's not determined. People still need to learn to care about one another, and but underneath it is, once we do this, we've got the system in place to hold them accountable. In the past, you've got the hangman, people being thrown under the bus. This is people looking at, maybe this could also just be getting people to look at things differently. Don't be so rigid in how you view things. Current energy, King of Pentacles. Taking care of things. Current energy right now, there's still a lot of people that think Trump's doing a great job and that he's bringing things of wealth. But the question is, who's going to hold him responsible? It's certainly not going to be the oligarchs. I mean, that would be a treat, wouldn't it? So, who's going to hold him accountable? What's the straw that breaks his back? King of Pentacles is, taking care of the things of value. This isn't necessarily money. This could be your votes. This could be your democracy. This could be your freedoms. It could be the people around you. Overarching energy. Here we go. Temperance. It's detoxification and balance. Calming down. Things need to calm down. Ace of Cups. Lesson to be learned. Because right now there's a lot of emotion, and we need to learn how to channel that emotion into a more positive way. It's a new emotion. Instead of fear and anxiety and anger, maybe love, compassion, and harmony. Maybe that's the Ace of Cups lesson that we need to learn here. Let's go for the positive vibrations. Detox from this. Outcome, and then we can celebrate. Okay, so who the people who can hold it responsible won't do it, so who will? What's the straw that breaks his back? Okay, so what I'm getting here is we got a little bit more to do. This government shutdown is, I hate to say it, it's kind of helpful in its own way, because the longer it goes on, the more people suffer. The more people suffer, the more they realize that the leopards ate their face too, and that they didn't like it, and that maybe, just maybe, they need to be a little more careful about what they're voting for and what it is they actually want. And maybe they'll push back. Okay, so what's the straw that breaks the camel's back? What's the straw that breaks the camel's back? Who's going to do it? What will it be? Let's see if we can get anything on this. This is so hard. Okay. Let's know about who will do it. Who is going to be the one? To me, it seems like it'll be the voters. We'll just do a 4 card, see if we just got a little more clarification on who's going to be the one that holds them accountable. The 10 of Cups. You got the happy family. Things are coming up great. The Tower, because we finally were able to topple the tyrant. King of Cups. We finally mastered our emotions. Ace of Wands, because we took a different action. We took a new action. And we now we changed our values. Okay, so this is more what motivated the change. We finally decided to start getting along together. Toppled the tyrant out of his tower because we mastered our emotions, we took some actions, and we changed what we valued. Okay, let's go for the jugular here, Diana. Okay, what's the straw that breaks the camel's back? What's the straw that breaks the camel's back for entertainment purpose only? All right, now David, are you ready? You ready for this one? Oh, so folks were saying that David needs a not Gary. I think I got him covered on that. So next time Dave and I get together, he should be out here this weekend, and I'll get him something if he ever wants a proxy for not Gary. Okay, all right, so what's the straw that breaks the camel's back? All right, let's see what we got here. Now understand, this could be a political straw, it could be a mental health straw, it could be a physical health straw. We don't know. Let's see, what straw breaks the camel's back? Okay, so we got the Nine of Swords, anxiety, a nightmare situation. Challenge, he needs to take a rest. He needs rest. Energy underneath it is judgment. People are starting to stand up and notice. I'm beginning to think that this is not going to be a branch of government so much as it's going to be a physical and mental health situation. Judgment, people standing up. The horn is being sounded and people are starting to stand up and notice. It's kind of like that bullshit you see makeup on the back of his right hand because of vigorous handshaking. Or here's a good one. He just came out when he was on his trip, I think, to Asia. And he said that he had an MRI during his physical and that he aced it. You know, basically came out perfect. That wasn't something Caroline Levitt was sharing with the rest of us about him having an MRI. Last I looked, an MRI is not part of a normal physical. You do an MRI sometimes when you've had a stroke or you have cancer or you've got something where you need to do that magnetic resonance imaging on something that's going on inside of you. If you're just having a routine physical, I guarantee you they are not doing an MRI on you. So he just tipped his hand a little bit here. Okay, but so back to this. Energy underneath it, judgment. People are starting to notice. In the past, you got the Emperor. I'm the boss. I'm in charge. I'm doing everything I want to do. Current energy, the Devil. What's the straw that breaks the camel's back? He is large and in charge, but it's the low vibrational energy that he's doing. He's going to manifest his own downfall here. Current energy, he's chained to the Devil. Keep going. Overarching energy, the Eight of Cups, emotional walking away. This is the hopes, wishes, and dreams fulfilled are done, and it's over. It could be something emotional. It could be his supporters leaving him. What this could be is, like with his government shutdown, his supporters are starting to understand what's going on, and they start leaving him, and he's not going to be happy about that. Lesson to be learned, Two of Cups. It's about starting to make agreements, starting to understand each other, starting to form friendships. not fighting. Outcome, Six of Pentacles. Okay, that's going to be a tough card to define. Okay, the Six of Pentacles is, giving back. You've got, this is a nation of great wealth, and we need to give back, and we need to do it in a just fashion. Because right now it's just, this government is take. And they're not helping the people that need the help. So I've got two things going on here. I've got two conflicting, and maybe I'll do a side-by-side on this. On one hand, I think his mental health is going bad. On the other hand, I think his followers are starting to suffer, and they're starting to walk away and realize that maybe we've learned our lesson, that Queen of Pentacles lesson about taking care of one another, and start mending fences and start giving back. Because there's plenty there. There's plenty for everyone. It's okay to give back. All right, so let me shuffle these cards up one more time. And we'll do a side-by-side, whether it's democracy being the straw that breaks the camel's back, or if it's going to be a mental, physical, emotional health event. This is interesting. I mean, I really don't know. I personally think that this is we're a few months away from that Queen of Pentacles moment. I think people really need to walk that mile, and they haven't walked it yet. They're getting close, though. Okay, so on the left, we'll do his health, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional health. And on the right, we're going to look at... is it his followers and democracy coming that basically hold him accountable in the straw that breaks his back? Okay, mental, physical health. The Fool, foolish behavior, new journeys. Oh, the Moon. Okay, so from a mental, physical health, he's on a new journey. He's de-aging, and the confusion is coming in. And people are beginning to see it. And the doctors are going to have to observe him and come up with what it is they need to do to treat him. So clearly his mental, physical health is not good. Let's throw a card underneath it for this one. Star of the Democracy. Or maybe his star days are done. That's that whole... Patterns of Force, Star Trek OG. Okay, what about his followers? Knight of Pentacles. They're stopping what they're doing, and they're looking at their wallets and looking where the money's going. We're working hard, or they're seeing how much of their money is going to the grift. Lots of pentacles in this. Time to take some actions. And then you got the victory. Actions that lead to victory. I'm down to my last pentacle here. I got to be careful with what's going on. I've been working my entire life, and I've got one pentacle left. I'm done with this, and we need to change. We need to have a victory here. I'm getting and let me see what's underneath this. And we got to look out to the future. Taking actions that'll lead to a victory in the future. That's interesting. I'm more inclined to think it's going to be more of a physical, mental health event, and then people are going to have to maybe sit back and reevaluate what they value, and maybe change direction on what they've been valuing. Hard to say. I wish it was more clear for me. But there you go, right? So, Diana, thank you so much for asking. I don't know if I completely answered the question. Right now, I think we've got a little ways to go still. We got that Wheel of Fortune and Queen of Pentacles, and that's really kind of the two key cards here. It hasn't been determined yet on what's going to happen. And we have to walk that mile in everyone's shoes to get enough people to realize that this is not a path that we want to be on. And that's that Knight of Pentacles. Sit back and think about it. Think about what it is you truly value. And maybe what that that Eight of Pentacles was more the hard work that like immigrants provide. This country was it rose on the backs of immigrants. And immigration's not a bad thing. Hell, almost unless you're a First Nation, American, I guess they use the term Indian, Native American, First Nation / Native American, you're an immigrant. Somewhere in your family tree, you guys were immigrants at one point. And here you are slamming immigrants. That's a lesson to be learned. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the bell, and we'll wake you up at midnight. Check your subscription status. YouTube chopped off 9 subscribers over the last couple of days here, so we were -9. And it's probably more than that because, normally we get 10 to 20 or so subscribers per video, and we were -9. So, that's instead of going up like 30 or 40, we're down 9. So check your subscription status. If you want to be subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. And let's give a couple of shout outs. First to Diana Skelsey for this great idea. We got the 7 of Cups. Don't believe everything the old fart here is telling you. Take it with a grain of salt. That's why it's for entertainment purposes only. Let's see. I've got... okay. So Elizabeth Cook said she likes Westerns, and she rode with Ben Johnson. He was a hoot. So Ben Johnson was in the second movie that was playing on Sunday night at the Stanford Theater. Unfortunately, I was tired. I didn't stick around for it, but I really wanted to stick around just to see Ben Johnson. But Elizabeth, thanks for the heads up. You got the Ace of Swords. You were telling me the truth. All right. Let's see who else we got here. Top of the mind, Terry. Oh, and Terry, I didn't jot down your comment. I forgot what it was. There was something you said that really stuck with me. I thought, I'm gonna give a shout out. So top of the mind, Terry, just a shout out for you. Thank you for your comments. Oh yes, there you go. That's you, Terry. The 9 of Pentacles, just enjoying the finer things of life. And then we've got a Miss Marianne shout out. So Christine Foster has a birthday, 74th birthday coming up on Thursday. So consider this a early birthday shout out for you, Christine. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And I hope that you are large and in charge on your birthday. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. You're in charge of your day. And let's get a card for the rest of us. Ah, yes, perfect. The Strength card. Be strong. The thing that strikes me about this, the more caring you are, the stronger you are. And that's really the lesson we need to learn as a collective. Some of us are there. Some of us still need to get there. So hang in there. Fingers crossed we'll get there soon. Have a wonderful day, folks. Take care. Bye. Can you say double secret card? Double secret card. Page of Swords. Don't give up the fight, folks. Take care. Bye.